Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Fellow reject, it's time to celebrate Kara Zor-El's birthday today. Gonna tell you guys right up front that Coy and I, we're gonna go live in, I don't know, an hour and a half from now. We'll do our podcast a day early to talk the Supergirl trailer. We're gonna do a reaction to the Boys Season 5 trailer as well, so tune in for that. But before that, we got a Supergirl with us right now. Roxy, how you feeling? You excited?
Beyond. I mean, I can't remember the time that I was this excited except for the Superman trailer that I got to do with you guys. This is my jam. I couldn't be looking forward to this more. I reread the comic recently, Woman of Tomorrow, and I'm ready to go.
Awesome sauce. John, how are you feeling?
I'm very excited. I'm glad that we get to live through a moment where there's all this sort of like momentum. I'm relishing this for the now until we get used to it and cynical. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I read the comic only once, about right around the time Superman came out, and it's a fantastic comic. So I'm excited to see what's similar and what's not. Either way, guys, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video. You ready to experience this? Team?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Tease me
Unite
with
the
your
league.
trailer.
Oh, Krypto.
Call me.
It's time to learn Craig Gillespie's needle drops.
Oh.
Whoa!
Pissing
Being
on
right on Superman.
Supergirl rescues
I
cats.
managed to get most of it on the paper this time.
Good job, Krypto.
Good job, buddy.
Who's a good boy?
Hello, baby.
Hi, Kara Zor-El.
She's got that like sad detached thing going on right away.
Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet.
23 and me, baby.
This must be like the opening.
Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
Oh,
I like her accent.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of you were still alive.
Sky
What was it
Beat?
like to lose everything in the day?
Oh, must have been. It's Argo. Yeah, it's Argo.
Her son didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind.
Whoa.
Gods are not that kind.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well
precarious.
Cosmic flare.
for you guys.
Let's
Whoa.
go.
Woo!
It's like nowhere, but also Mad Max.
This summer.
Oh, damn.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
Fruity.
Whoa.
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
It does have a Guardians of the Galaxy cinematography look to it, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Her with Krypto.
Hello, my man.
Oh, so
She's
brief.
good in everyone. And I see the truth.
That's a
Damn.
very telling line of her character.
Yeah.
The outfit looks dope.
Nice.
Film for IMAX.
Run it back.
I got to tell you something. Before we ever started this YouTube channel, John and I actually first tried doing t-shirt designs. Let me tell you, it did not go well. We did not know how to sell a darn thing. So we canned that. And eventually, YouTube became a thing. But in our heart of hearts, we always found our way back to merch. The difference this time, Shopify. It allowed us to actually fulfill the dream we first started on before this channel ever existed. We've been using Shopify for a couple of years now. We started using them before they ever partnered with us via a sponsorship, and we've never even thought about switching. It's just that reliable and so easy to use. Now, if you've never heard of Shopify, it's the global commerce platform that helps you sell online and in person. So whether you're starting out with one product or scaling up to thousands, Shopify's got everything in one place. Customizable templates, inventory management, analytics, built-in marketing tools, the whole ecosystem. It's made for beginners like myself. I still consider myself a beginner, but trusted by major brands. Believe me, your customers will feel that too. So it's secure checkout, fast performance, and an experience that feels polished from day one. So if you have an idea you're sitting on, whether it's, I don't know, comics, candles, pet gear, comic tees, you can make your dream a reality with Shopify, just like we did. You could sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realrejects. Once again, that's shopify.com/realrejects. Thank you again, Shopify, for allowing us to fulfill something we didn't think was possible.
It's a great song choice.
It is very good to capture Kara. Supergirl rescues Satch, and she's smaller in the newspaper
Superman
while
stays
Superman's
down,
being
yeah.
propelled up.
managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy.
Hungover.
I do feel like she's doing a really good job capturing the
Yeah.
kind of like sarcastic
Kara Zor-El.
sadness that she is.
The detachment, yeah.
Hereby declare the 23
And this
will
is
be the best
more
year.
than
It's
likely
21 in the
opening
comics,
for
right?
I
Not
believe-
23?
I don't really remember.
I think so. I think it was her 21st.
Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
She has
Her
good
with her flame shot.
She has good functioning alcoholic
I didn't know any of
energy.
you
Yeah.
still alive. What was it like to lose everything in the day?
Also excited to see more of this universe of
Pretending that
Krypton.
day.
It's our first time seeing Ruth.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get Candor?
This
This is so nowhere.
Hey, this does not.
That's the
look
thing.
like
It's
this
like
is
it
gonna
does
end
look a
well.
lot like. I mean, if it's a very
you guys?
cosmic comic book, but there is that association where it does kind of look like Guardians. Is that Krem?
Yeah,
Do you
must
know
be.
That is
What
okay. I
looks
just
like
didn't really
this?
Well,
recognize.
I don't know
He
because of
looks
all
so
that he does
different.
look so different, but otherwise, why would he have that close up?
Yeah, because
Who's
Krem's all
play-
bearded and
Yeah.
stuff.
Who's playing him? Looks like that Scottish guy from Wonder Woman.
Her
and
tear over
Trainspotting.
Krypto.
Superman might
I love the inclusion of Lobo.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
And I see the truth.
He sees the good in everyone, and I see the truth.
That's
It's
such a
interesting
great.
to have it on like an optimistic shot of her as she says that.
I
love
feel
the
like
light too.
that's very John and Greg coded.
What?
John sees the good in everyone, and Greg sees the truth.
You're damn right, man. I've seen darkness, man.
And I believe in
I've
the potential
s-
people
I've
have
experienced
to
a
be good.
lot of death. I'll go to you first, Roxy. You sounded very enthusiastic.
Yeah, just because I love the comic book they're basing this off of. I love the character of Supergirl in all different iterations. I feel like this was a really great first look at what's to come. I think that it's very not plot specific, which is an interesting choice because for those who know more about it, you can pick up pieces from like what we're seeing with her in Krypto, the moment of the tear, that brief shot of Krem, which is what we think is Krem, although
think
there's no red beard.
Not
so
sure. Doesn't look
yeah,
anything.
but
there
like
was a close up on him.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
Not
must
my
be
Krem.
maybe. Yeah.
it's not your creme of tea. Yeah, so all of that, like I'm putting pieces of a story together that I don't know whether that's real or not, but I thought everybody looked good, locations looked good. I am trusting in Craig, and I think that this was a really good first shot.
Johnny Storm.
No, I would agree. This has the right blend of stuff for me where it's like I feel like we're getting a good taster, and granted her little appearance in Superman sets the tone already, but yeah, we get a good taster for who the character is, what maybe the mood of the character journey will be, and then the promise of a bunch of spectacle. It's not too specific, like you said, but there's a lot of at least what appears to be the breadth of places that we will go and the height of spectacle we will witness. But I like at this moment, for me, having less familiarity with this comic, now I get to wonder, now I get to speculate, now I get to kind of get wrapped up in the anticipation. Personally, I don't want to see any more than this because this was, the right blend of a cool needle drop, good song, again, setting the tone well within the style of what Superman has set up, but I'm also excited to see it expand,
For someone who didn't read it, do you get a sense of what makes this very different than Superman? I'm really curious. I feel like we could fill in a lot of blanks of what it will, but do you see what's going to be different about it?
I mean, tonally, I've witnessed Kara's story in a lot of different iterations in the animated stuff, and I know that her vibe, her philosophy, her life experience, and her relationship to Superman all make her demeanor and tone as a character very different, much more jaded, much more pragmatic, and they wind up at odds a fair amount. And I get the feeling that, this ain't Superman, but it also doesn't feel like it's flying in the face of that. It sets up what I'm sure is to be a complicated relationship going forward where, half the time you could be like, oh, good, Kara's here. And the other half the time you could be like, oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair assessment. How'd you feel about it, Greg?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it because I'm already excited for it.
Right.
I wasn't as in love. This doesn't sound like a slight. It didn't like put me over the moon, but that hasn't like lessened my faith in it because I love this director, and the main thing that I felt like I wanted to be sold on more because people were kind of back and forth.
Is
Kara, yeah, with her brief cameo in Superman. And I wasn't 100% there yet. I was like, I need to kind of see a little bit more. And the trailer actually alleviated all that concern right away. I really felt like I'm seeing the portrayal from the comic of a person who's kind of lost and tries to hold on to hope in the midst of massive trauma and depression. And it captured like a lot of the fun and whimsy. I wanted it to, I want to sense a little bit more of I was kind of hoping the trailer would sell a little bit more of that like vulnerability, which I'm sure will be in there. Like not just emotional vulnerability, but that's a big part of the comic is that she's physically vulnerable as well. And that's why I like the addition of Lobo, because Krem is not exactly like a major threat in terms of like a villain. He's more for the Ruthie character. For you guys who don't know the story of the comic, I think we can at least tell the plot of it without being spoiled, right?
I don't know because it depends on how closely they're sticking to it. Based on the
like
trailer, we do see Ruthie a bit throughout, so maybe.
Yeah, well, the very start, it's like the opening of the comic. And the opening of the story is that this Ruthie character, her father is killed, and then she manages to cross paths with Supergirl, and they, through a series of events that I won't go into, embark essentially on a cosmic vengeance quest. So it's a big morality tale about vengeance, essentially, with a big backdrop of like cosmic adventures and stuff like that. It's like the basic plot line of it.
That's a good amount that you gave.
Yeah. And so the Krem villain is the guy who killed her father, and they're going on that. And so Ruthie's a little bit more like composed and serious, and she's more angry and sarcastic.
And when you're talking about physical vulnerability, it's the same thing as Superman, actually, dependent on the sun, where you're getting your powers from. You may or may not have varying levels or degrees, and depending on time of day and what the actual sun is. So, yeah, I think that they did a good job of, beforehand I said to you guys jokingly, and I think this is off camera, I was like, that's a teaser trailer when it's 2 minutes. What is that?
Yeah.
This was a teaser trailer. That's what a teaser trailer is, because it really did not go plot heavy. I think it did exactly what you just said, Greg. I think that's the one thing that they felt like they had to do here, because going into this, you either are familiar with the comic, so you're not concerned about what they're doing with Supergirl and what they did with her at the end of Superman, or you're not familiar and you're familiar with the TV show and you're really confused about what they did with her at the end of Superman, or you're not familiar with her as a character at all, and you just are new to this world. So for any of those reasons, I think they really needed to do a good job showing us that Millie Alcock can convince us that she is this debaucherous, fun, booze hound of a woman who is 23, trying to find her way and getting herself into trouble, and can handle it most of the time. And I feel like that's what we did, as opposed to saying, here's what planet we're on, and here's the mission that we're on, and here's the villain of this story. This was just like, y'all like Millie Alcock, because she's going to do a really good job here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch her suffer through Krypton's destruction.
I am really curious about that. You know, we kind of went in a different direction with Superman and his past and his parents, and I am very curious how her storyline is going to be altered because of that, and if we're going to get any more information about that.
Well, I mean, there's a whole chapter dedicated to her city, Argo, going. I don't think it's a spoiler to say, like, a little bit, is that
Ben Affleck saves them.
Ben Affleck goes in there with a film crew.
Yeah, it's just
pulls Kara and the Kryptonians
and
out.
They launch out in a spaceship.
Matt Damon cameos, obviously.
Pretty cool.
Is that a spoiler? I don't know.
No, it's not a spoiler. But no, the Argo is like a city within Krypton that they managed to siphon off when the destruction happens, and they're like, we can preserve it, but it's not exactly successful. And so that's like the story that they're teasing at there, which is very dark. I think the thing, how'd you feel about, we both felt like it was looking like a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy. And the thing that I was very...
You guys kept saying that. So what was was it the coloring, the people?
I think a lot of the aesthetic and the design. And then,
and
the song choice to complement it too.
The song choice and too, you have like a bunch of, different... You have a ragtag band of like cobbled together misfit characters here who all look a little grungy and Mad Maxy, and like they're all here from different places.
It looks straight up like the freaking Yondu people, Ravagers.
Yeah, it looks like the Ravagers, or it looks like the place at the end of time from Loki. One of those, like far off outposts where all the misfits of the galaxy get together.
Yeah.
It was
Which
kind of giving Star Wars to me, so that's funny that you
Which is
guys are
what
saying that.
Guardians
yeah,
is inspired by.
yeah.
Well, yeah, and I feel like in a way I'm not upset about that because again, this is a James Gunn universe. So for it to, it's weird. It's like it matches the gunniness of Superman, which also matches the gunniness of Guardians because it's all James Gunn adjacent. But I think because this is a more cosmic story, it does have some differentiation to do in terms of I don't want this to feel like, oh, this is like Guardians of the Galaxy, but just with Supergirl instead.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that happening, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I want this to have its own unique
I think
flavor.
the Woman of Tomorrow is very melancholic,
Hmm.
and it's if anything, it's more Guardians 3
I was gonna say.
than it is Guardians 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I guess
With
that
a
was,
hint of Logan.
yeah, no, it's like Logan meets some type of melancholic cosmic adventure. yeah, definitely.
Well, and I get that feeling, and I like a melancholy and a character who's broken up under the surface despite her functioning alcoholic exterior.
So true, so true. Well, guys, that's our thoughts on the trailer. What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts down below. Catch the live stream that Coin are going to do for this and The Boys Season 5, I think. All right, Roxy, you feel good? You feel good?
I'm feeling super.
You feeling
great.
super? Super.
Nailed it.
And you get one insert here.